Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Well, today's going to be a sunny 76 degrees. Beautiful day for working outside, but I don't know if I'll get to outside because I have other things that I need to get done. But I do need to work on the garden this week. And it's going to be pretty much the same temperature for a few days now. So we'll see how it works out. I have a couple of other things that require my attention. Going to have coffee with Bob again this morning. So I have a few favorite cups that I like to use. I have a gnome cup and a garden cup, and now the Bob Ross cup. And they all fit with my drip over coffee device. So at one point I was going to order another one of these cups. They don't make them anymore, but they did have them on eBay. And then I discovered I had several cups that work real well with it, and I thought I don't need another cup. So, but every now and then I do like to buy a new mug because it's fun and they're not that expensive. So anyway, this mug was a gift and I really like it. So cheers. I'm feeling a bit stressed this morning because of all the things on my to-do list. Sometimes when the seasons change and you have a lot of extra things to do and you can't get to the basics, sometimes that can cause some stress. At least it does for me. So when I get like that, I have to kind of sit and meditate a little bit on what my priorities are, and really, do I have to do this or can I let it go? Is it something I'm still enjoying doing? Or is it something that I've always done, so I feel like I always need to do it, but I don't really need to do it? So at those times, those are sometimes the times where I just let things go and I just won't do it anymore because I realize it's not that important to me anymore. What do you guys do when you have too much on your plate and you just really get stressed about it? How do you guys make a list, or how do you guys deal with things? Another thing you could try and do is delegate things. I'm of the mindset that my to-do list isn't really anybody else's priority except my own. But anyway, I was just thinking about that this morning. You know, there's appointments coming up. I don't want to give up like my monthly outing with friends because I feel that's important to me. But sometimes you have appointments that you have to do, so you have to go out, 2, 3 days in a row. And honestly, when that happens, by the time I get home, I just don't feel like picking up a big chore and starting that. So anyway, I'm going to go take a breath, enjoy my coffee, and I'll be back a little later when I get it figured out. Well, I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to put most of these tomatoes in my slow cooker and just let them cook all day, just to cook them down. And then I don't even know if I'm going to season them. I'll probably do that afterwards, but I'm going to cook them down and then I'm going to stick them in a freezer bag and stick them in the freezer just to preserve them because they're not going to last too much longer and my refrigerator is full. So, and then this morning too, I froze more strawberries. So I'll have lots of strawberries to make smoothies with. Or I can make jelly down the road by using or jam down the road by using frozen strawberries. So I'm just trying to get the produce in order here today, and then we'll see what else I'm going to do. I don't know. I canceled the 10 o'clock appointment for my mom because it was just too early in the morning for her. So I rescheduled it for tomorrow. So it was just too much today. So, and I needed to get this produce done, and it was putting a lot of pressure on me, and it wasn't any appointment that was critical. So I just rescheduled it. So anyway, sometimes you have to. You have to do what fits into your schedule rather than running around like a crazy person. So, all right, I'm going to get these tomatoes cut up, stick them in the slow cooker. Really no recipe. I'm just going to cook them down and cook with them. Future me can deal with them and cook with them. So, okay, I'll be back. All right, here's my tomatoes that I'm going to cook down. This won't make much. I put a big tablespoon of garlic from the jar. I put a couple tablespoons or a tablespoon, all to taste, of parsley. I put some seasoned salt in here and some oregano I put in there. And I'm just going to let that cook. So, okay, I'm going to cook it on high and see when it's all cooked down, and when it's done, I'll add some sugar, sweeten it up, and then I'll freeze it. All right. And I saved a few tomatoes to go on a sandwich. Well, I'm working on doing my video here, and I am so dragging my feet. I need to go get dressed and go outside and start pulling some of my plants out, and I just don't want to pull them out, but they're shot, so I have to. So while the weather's nice, I mean, I'd rather be doing my cleaning up in the house, because the summer has absolutely blown up my house. I haven't gotten much done at all. Well, I can't say I haven't gotten much done. I've gotten quite a bit done, but there was a lot to do. So, and there's still quite a bit to do. It's not horrendous. It's little things here and there. The stuff on my table, things that need to be put away. I need to dust. I need to vacuum. All those things kind of got a lick and a promise every now and then. And I'm just really, really in the mood to get that done. But on the other hand, I know that I do not want to go work outside in the cold and take all that stuff apart when it's cold. So the weather's actually perfect for working outside. And I have both the front garden that I need to neaten up and the back garden. So, oh, I got a phone call. I'll be back. That's another thing. When I'm trying to make a video, I get texts, I get messages, I get phone calls, so it's like you're all over the place. And anyway, and I'm all over the place anyway when I do things. I'm working here, I'm working there, then I see something else, and then I go do that. Maybe I have attention deficit. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, I've had it for most of my life, so I'll continue with it. But anyway, it is distracting when you're getting all these messages and things coming up. So anyway, I really, really need to get dressed and go outside. I need to make that my priority. And we don't have any rain in the forecast, because otherwise I save the indoor stuff for rainy days. But I don't know, things just flow better when I work on things that I'm in the mood to do rather than things that I have to do. It just works out better for me. But you can't always do it that way. You know, sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. So it probably won't even take me that long, you know, just to pull everything out and throw it back in the woods. But yeah, I'm dragging my feet. But oh well, it's all good. It'll get done. It always does. It's just a matter of, like I said, I do not want to work outside in the cold. So I have to keep telling myself that so that I get moving. So, all right, well, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit and my procrastinating here this morning. And I'll be back later once I get something done. All right, well, as you can see, almost everything is dried up. I want to pull all those out. Pick the few red tomatoes that are still on there. My eggplants need to come out. My Malabar spinach is doing well still, and so is the chard and the green onions. But yeah, whatever is dried up, I'm going to be pulling out now. I'm going to start today and finish it up as I go along. So my basil is shot. Parsley's still good, so I'm going to dry that. And then my pumpkin, which is right there. I think I'm just going to let that go a few more days and then pull it out. So that is my work for today. At least I'm starting it. I won't finish it, but it's good enough. Well, my helpers are always underfoot, so I have to work around them, but that's fine. So I took out most of the tomatoes. I left anything that still had a tomato on it. I left, but I cleaned that all out. I took out my eggplants from over here, took out my squash from over there, and I have lots and lots of stuff out on the other side of the fence that I need to put in the woods. So I think that's all I'm going to do today. I think that's it for today, buddy. I know you want a tomato, huh? You want a tomato too? Oh, they love tomatoes. So I left this pepper. I took all the rest of the peppers out, but there's one more pepper growing there. So I'll just leave that. And there's some little cherry tomatoes that might still turn red. So I left those. But oh, everything is so dry and so ugly looking now. So, but the pumpkin is starting to turn, and I cut some of the vine off. So I'll be very happy when that's done. And I can get this cleaned out in here. It was really nice at the beginning of the summer, but now it's got weeds and all kinds of things growing. So I think that's it for me today. I'm going to go relax a little bit. I'm going to just work on small sections at a time and get it done. And I think I'm going to try and put my hydrangeas that are in pots in my greenhouse this fall. They probably won't survive, but I'm going to try it anyway. So, all right, well, I'm going to come back in a little bit and sign off. Well, it was very pleasant working out there, but now I'm tired. I did a couple of things this morning with the produce that I had, and now I did a little bit of work out in the garden, so a little bit at a time I'm going to pull things out. And, oh, excuse me. Yeah, a little section at a time I'm going to work on and get it done. So today it was the tomatoes, eggplants, and squash. And I'm glad I don't have a whole lot out there anymore to have to prepare to freeze. So most of that is done. But yeah, it really needs to be cleaned up now. And I'm not even watering anymore. I've just kind of given up on that. It's only going to be a month, and it's going to frost anyway. And I have the feeling we're going to have an early frost this year because it cooled off so fast. But I don't know, could frost and then we could get an Indian summer. Could happen. It usually does. So anyway, yeah, I'm tired now. I'm glad I don't have to cook. I'm going to have some of the eggplant lasagna for dinner. And I froze the rest. So I've got plenty of things in the freezer to eat for this coming up week so that I can concentrate on doing some things in the garden. Now tomorrow I won't get much done out there because I have to take my mom to her appointment, which I canceled for this morning. She doesn't do real well in the mornings. Sometimes she doesn't sleep well at night, so she sleeps in late. So I figured there's no sense to trying to wake her up early and get her there, and it was stressing me out. So I was happy that they had something for tomorrow. And then after I canceled that and rescheduled, I felt calm again. So, all right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.